M. Islam. His The topic is memory response in a two temperature generalized thermophysiology.
Yes, sir.
So over to M. Islam.
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, we are audible now.
Okay, okay.
You just share your screen.
Yes, sir. Can you see the screen, sir?
Not yet, my dear. Yeah,
Yeah, it is visible now.
yeah. Can you expand it little bit?
Yeah, yeah, sure. So, can you see the screen
Yes,
now?
yes, it's okay.
Okay. Good afternoon to all of you, and thank you to the organizer for giving me a chance in this international conference to present a paper. And my heartfelt thank to the chair, sir. So today my topic is memory response in a two temperature generalized thermopiezoelasticity. So I brief my talk today. So my outline of my talk is theoretical development of generalized thermoelasticity. Before I will discuss very short because time is very limited. Different models of generalized thermoelasticity and formulation of my problem, method of solution, state space approach, and numerical results and discussion. So this is the classical thermoelasticity. All of us know about this. This is the famous stress strain temperature relation. It was very old Duhamel Newman relation. So and look at the heat equation and energy equation, Fourier law of heat conduction. So this theory has actually two shortcomings. The first and obvious one is that the elastic deformation has no effect on the temperature field, and the other is that the theory predicts an infinite speed of propagation for heat waves, which is physically impossible. So Biot in the year 1956, what he had, he actually modified the Fourier law and heat equation, and he introduced a term known as gamma T naught delta dot. So this is the actually the coupling term. This is the coupling. A direct consequence of the above temperature equation is that if the material is subjected to thermal disturbance, the effect of the disturbances in both temperature and displacement fields will be felt simultaneously, instantaneously at distances infinitely far from the source. Since two fields are coupled, so that is why this theory is called the couple theory of thermoelasticity. But in this case, the heat propagates with infinite speed, so the error remains there. So several thermoelasticity theories are modified. So in the year 1967, Lord Sulman modified the Fourier law by introducing the term known as tau naught, a thermal relaxation. Actually, tau naught is a thermal relaxation which represents the time lag needed to establish steady state heat flow in an element of volume when a temperature gradient is suddenly imposed on that element. Next is the Green-Lense model. They have introduced two relaxation parameter in the year 1972, and the most relevant theoretical development on the subject were made by Green-Nagdi Model 2 and Model 3. Actually, Model 2 is without energy dissipation because there is no damping turn T dot in the equation, heat equation, and you see they have used a additional material constant K star. And in 93 they have introduced model 3, which is known as with energy dissipation because of the damping term T dot in the heat equation. And we have used in our paper three phase lag model. So Roy Chaudhary, Professor Roy Chaudhary 2007, they have introduced three lag parameters: tau t, tau q, tau nu. Actually heat flux, lag parameter due to heat flux, lag parameter due to temperature, lag parameter due to thermal displacement gradient. Okay, so this is a very important development, and we are talking about memory dependent derivative. Actually, the first order derivative of a function is f is simply defined in an integral form involving a common derivative with a kernel function chosen arbitrarily on a slipping interval in the form of this. Okay, actually what we do, actually we conclude that the main feature of a MDD, that is the functional value in real time, also depends on the past time actually. So d omega is called the local operator, whereas integer order derivative is a local operator. And we also talk about two temperature generalized thermoelasticity. Why there is two temperature? Because we are talking about a deformable bodies. If we are talking about deformable bodies, there will be two distinct temperatures, that is said by Chen and Gutin in 1962. One is the thermodynamic temperature, another is the conductive temperature, and they are related by phi minus T equal to alpha grad square phi, where alpha is the temperature discrepancy. So let's come to our formulation of the problem. We consider a thin semi-infinite piezoelectric body with a stress-free boundary occupying the space x greater or equal to 0, that is half space. At the near end of the body, a thermal effect is given, and which raises the temperature of this end to a prescribed temperature with known function, the direction of the piezoelectric being parallel to x-axis. We shall consider one-dimensional disturbance of the medium, so that the displacement vector u can be expressed in the following form: u 1, 2, and these are the constitutive equations 3, 4, and this is the heat equation in a uniform form. We are using three-phase lag memory dependent derivative model. So we are actually in 7 we combine three models: three-phase lag model, Lord-Solmal model, and DPL, that is dual phase lag model. Okay, so these are modified, and we are using dimensionless parameter. After dimensionless, these are the equations 9, 10 constitutive equation, heat equation, and these are the after dimensionless. So we are using the boundary conditions, stress-free boundary. Look at that, the stress-free boundary, varying thermal load, Ft is a known function of time, and initial regularity conditions of our problem. And also the kernel functions can be taken as like this. We have taken like this. These are the three kernel functions, k1, k2, k3. So we have applied Laplace transform method, and these are after transformation the memory dependent functions, and we arrive at the after so many manipulations and calculations equation 24 and 25, that is the second order differential equation on phi bar, that is the Laplace transform moment, and E bar, that is the temperature and strain. And state space approach, what we do in state space approach, actually we write in a vector matrix differential equation, and where AS is a matrix, and after the spectral decomposition and lot of manipulations, we are arrived at the phi bar, E bar, theta bar, sigma bar, that is a stress. So these are the quantities in the Laplace transform domain. Okay, so next our numerical.
Can you go to the conclusion, my dear?
Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. Just so for numerical purpose, we are using Fourier series expansion technique, Honig and Hardis, to convert our data in a numerical purpose. So material constants, and also sir, let me show you before conclusion.